Hello, welcome to Sunfire Designs. Today I'm going to be making a tray that is inspired by quite a few people, but I first saw this technique on my friend Callie and my friend Stacy's YouTube channels, and I will link them in there in the description here for you. But I saw them both do a technique similar to this, and it was amazing, so I wanted to give it a try myself. So I have this mold. It's got a lip right here on the edge. So what I want to do is I mixed up my Estoyo resin. I mixed up more than I would need because I don't know exactly where I'm going to put things or how it's going to go. But so I mixed up 8 ounces, which is way more than what I need. I'll find something to do with the rest. And what I want to do is I want to pour a glitter border around here. And then I want to add these leaves. I've got these wooden leaves. They're like chipboard or something. Some leaves in the center. And then I wanted to do a bloom. So that's the plan for this right now. I have my thermometer sitting here in my resin to make sure that it doesn't get over warm. I'm hoping to have that poured fairly soon though. I've been trying to make a bloom with this resin, starting at 32 degrees in this tray, and it did not work. So I'm going to try to go down to 30 degrees and see if that does any better. I got these really cool glitters today at Michael's, and I'm doing I'm making something for my group that is a fall challenge. So I'm making something that reminds me of fall, which is, or October, which is why I have the leaves, and then I have these really cool glitters that are different bronze and silver, and I mean not silver, gold and brown and bronze. So I want to make sure that I put one of those in there. I'm thinking that one right there is the one I want to use. So if I can get it open, there we go. I'm going to pour some of this into my resin off the camera because I don't want it to fly into my mold, and I might add some brown also, just so that it has some dimension. We'll add a little bit of brown. Oh, these things are hard to open. I got these at Michael's. Today they was buy one, get one half off. So let's see if we've got enough in here. I did it in this paper cup so I could actually pour it directly into the edge of the mold. Oh, that looks really pretty. All right, so hopefully I didn't fill this up too full, but I'm going to pour this in the edge of the mold. And I fully expect that some of it is going to float up and come into the tray, but I'm going to try to put most of it on the side. And I'm pretty sure I made more of this than I need also. But I'm one of those kind of people that I'd rather have too much than not enough. The other day I was doing something and I didn't make enough, and I had to hurry and mix up some more so that I didn't, my other resin that I had already mixed didn't start to cure before I was ready. So that kind of that stresses me out when that happens. So I try to avoid it whenever possible. I don't want to, waste resin, but I always find something to do with it. I have a couple, I don't know, I call them dump projects, where I will just take and dump whatever leftover resin I have into them. And then when I'm done with them, they look kind of wild and crazy. All right, I like that. That looks good. I have lots left over that I'm going to use for something else. All right, so now what I want to do, this is at 27 degrees. I think I'm going to go ahead and move that, pour it into my thing. I'm going to take this though, and I'm going to put it in my tiny cup that I'm going to be putting my white in, because I want to make sure that that is the one I want to be the better, the correct temperature. I don't know how I'm going to do this without it falling over. Let me find a place to stick this. Hold on 1 second. It's a little cup with a really long, tall thermometer. So here we go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour just a little bit in the center so I can add my leaves, and then I will add a little bit more. This will be starting to get warm as it's getting ready to cure, so that's why I'm trying to kind of work quickly and get this done fast. Now I had these laid out earlier, and of course I moved them, so I don't remember how I had them laid out, but I'm just gonna pop them in here. At least I like that I have the grid lines here that are helpful for figuring out where to put things and make sure they're centered, etc. Okay. Do this big one next. Don't mind me, I'm very focused on my thing. And it's not set up in a major pattern or anything. It's just kind of just like a row of leaves in the middle. And I'm probably going to have more leaves than I'm able to fit. So there we go. I think I'm just going to call that quits right there. And I've got one of every color that I have. The only one I don't have is green, but that's okay because the green would not match my theme. The green would not match my theme. Now I'm going to have to, they're probably going to shift as I add more resin because I do want to pour over them so that it seals them in. Yeah, I'm going to have to move them back when I'm done. Pesky little wood pieces. They're floating a little bit and moving around, but it's really kind of impossible to do it any other way. Make sure I've got them all good and covered. I'm just going to go ahead and fill this up. I'm going to end up with bubbles in the center. Because these are wood, they're going to bubble no matter what I do. The only way I could have avoided this is if I had pre-soaked them in resin to try to let the bubbles escape, or if I had sealed them. And I did not have the forethought to do that today. So we're going to deal with what we've got and we'll know better for next time. And I'm just pouring this very gently and very close to the mold to try to avoid making any more bubbles than I have to. I'm very focused, sorry guys. And I'm not sure the name of the person who did this first, but of course, after I saw Callie's and Stacy's, I saw a bunch of other artists, resin artists, doing this. People in a group that I'm in, Pouring Your Heart Out. Julia, Pouring Your Heart Out, also did one. But the ones I saw first were Stacy's and Callie's, so they are my inspiration today. All right. I think that's probably pretty good. I don't want to overfill it because I am going to be adding white to it. So let's reorganize our little petals here. Oh, come on, little guy. Come on, little guy. You can see the bubbles that are being generated by these. So this is my trial experiment. Now I will know better next time. I have used these before in the past, but it's probably been about 2 years. And I haven't seen any since then. So I don't know if they stopped carrying them. I want to say I got them at Hobby Lobby. I could be wrong though. Like I said, it's been a few years. And when I put the alcohol in here, that's going to help also with this. All right. I have a lot of bubbles on here. I'm just going to do a quick spritz of plain alcohol. Okay. And I'm going to give that a second to dissipate before I actually add my alcohol drops. My resin over here in my cup is, oh, my thermometer turned off. Let's try this again. It is 29.3 degrees, so it's getting up there. It's about ready. All right, so I'm going to drop my inks. So I have, these are Decorum. These are new to me, and I got a deal on them. So I figure everybody has such good luck with these that I would give them a try. So I have coffee, cherry, tangerine, mango, and watermelon. I think I'm going to start off with the lightest color first, which is the mango. And I'm just going to kind of put something right along here. I'm not going to have room for all of these colors, so. But I will start off with the mango. And then I think I want to do the watermelon, because the watermelon, to me, it looks kind of like rust colored, which matches my scheme. It does not look very watermelon-y to me. Well, most things that I've had in the past that have been watermelon have been more pink. I guess that's kind of what I associate watermelon with, is pink. All right, and then finally, I'm going to add one more color. I'm going to add the coffee. And it's a lot of color, I know this, but I think it will look nice. And I want it to be pretty saturated. These are probably going to end up all over the place, but I'm okay with that. It's just something different. Okay, let's do the coffee around the edges. And I have made a bunch of trays before, and I've made a bunch of blooms before. So this is nothing new to me. It's just putting it in this format, and then the way I'm going to drop the drops is going to be, not the drops, do the alcohol, oh my gosh, I can't speak today. The way I'm going to do the white is going to be different. All right, so I'm going to take and I'm just going to kind of swirl this just a little bit to kind of mix it up. Doesn't that look like fall or autumn? I love it. All right. That is good. Now I'm going to mix up my white. It is at 30 degrees exactly, which is perfect. Let me wipe this off so that I don't ruin my thermometer. I've managed to keep it fairly clean for at least a year now. Spritz it off with some alcohol. All right, put that away. Okay, so I'm going to use Cast and Craft today because I've been trying to use the new Ocean White from Let's Resin, and I've had issues with it not doing what I want it to do. So I want to make sure that this does what I want it to do. So I'm going to put 4 drops in, I think. Let's try that. This is really hard to squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I've got between 30 and 40 mils in here. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even measure. I just popped it in here. Let's see. I'm trying to do stuff on camera. I'm trying to get used to my new setup still. I think that's good. You can still see the stick through it. I know it's kind of hard to tell with a stick and not like something dark, but all my dark sticks are dirty. All right, I'm going to pour this in my piping bag. I don't know why I just wiped that off and put it down. It is like 10 o'clock at night here because I work full time. It's sometimes I'm up late doing this, but it's kind of like I enjoy doing it. It's very relaxing to me. Plus, it's the only time the house is quiet, is late at night. Okay. Now I am going to toss this away. Sorry. I had a lot of towels there that I was cleaning up with. I have made quite a mess doing this, you know? All right. I'm going to take my bag and cut the tip of it off. And I'm hoping I can remember how I did this. I watched the video yesterday, so I'm hoping I can remember to do it the correct way. Okay, so it was done in like E shapes. So if I start here and do this, these are my upside down E's. Like cursive E's, you know what I mean? Like just loop-de-loop-de-loop, de-loop. And I think I'm going to try to do one more tiny little one around the outside here. Just, I'm not making them super thick because I don't want to get any blobs because I did a couple different rows. And then I think the next thing they did was they took one of these and they did lines out, if I remember right. So I'm going to do that. So here we go. A line there, there, there. And I really hope this decides it's going to bloom because I've been kind of struggling getting the temperature right for this particular tray for it to work. So let's see, got another one here. Probably doing them all different weird directions. Okay, there. There. And there. And I don't see any blobbies. Well, maybe one blobby right there. Just kind of loop that in. Move some of these ones that I made more of a closed E so they aren't blobby. And I think that's it. So I will push my little guys down again. They are gonna float no matter what I do. So I will keep coming back and trying to check on them. I probably should have soaked them first, or I should have done a thin layer and kind of glued them down and then come back and done this, but I don't know. I'm hoping this works out. I'm excited. It does definitely has that October feel for me, at least where I live, my part of the world. So yeah, I am going to do a quick torch here. Those are soaked. The alcohol is dispersed, and it's just very surface. I'm just going to do super fast. The good thing about this resin, because this is the Estoyo resin, is that any little bubbles you get, they release really easily because the resin is thinner. So they tend to pop up to the surface pretty fast. All right, well, I see a little bit of blooming. I hope it continues. Wondering if I should take my heat gun to it. I think I'm not gonna. I think I'm just gonna let it do what it's gonna do. And yeah, so I will see you guys when it's time to unmold. Hopefully we get some good results. And yeah, if they look half as good as Stacy's or Callie's, then I will be super pleased. All right, I will see you next time, when it's time to unmold at least. Okay, here we are. It is cured. It's still a little soft, but it's cured. It just needs to be taken out of the mold and let to sit for a little bit. I love this side. Even if the other side doesn't turn out, I love this side. I think it came out so cool on this side. So let's see what it looks like on the other side. See, now would be the time if I was going to make a bowl, which you can't make a bowl out of a rectangle, I don't think, but I would. This is when I would, actually probably would have done it a little sooner, but. All right, we ready? Here we go. Oh, wow, I love it. I love it. What do you guys think? That came out so cool. Let me get a piece of paper I can put behind it and bring it up closer to the camera. All right, here we go. That came out so cool. This is my October challenge, and I am just in love with it. Oh my gosh. That came out so awesome. So awesome. What do you guys think? Let me know, and I will see you next time.